Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. I get asked very frequently from non-anglers for some gift ideas to give to anglers, whether they're family or friends, just some different baits that they think that person would like. And if I don't know the individual, it's hard for me to say, well, I know he likes to flip a jig, so these would be good jigs. But having said that, there are some fishing lures out there that every angler out there will be happy to get. Generally speaking, they're some of the most popular, but I can assure you, if you got these as gifts, whether they're stocking stuffers or whatever gift it is, that the angler would be happy to have it just because they're proven lures. So I'm going to go through some of these perfect baits that really would satisfy any angler. But at the same time, at the end, I'm going to give you a handful of different baits that you can get that are like up and coming new trendy baits that might actually really surprise the angler that you're purchasing the gifts for, that you were able to get something that's a little bit more niche that I think they will like as well. So let's jump right into this, and I will put links for these at the end of the video so that you can go directly to it. If you're watching this and you are an angler and maybe you want some of these gifts for yourself, maybe you should just share the video on your page or share the video to your family or a friend that you think might be looking for some gift ideas for you. Because again, I think that these will satisfy most anglers. So let's start out with this. The first, one of the most fan favorite jerkbaits ever, a Megabass Vision 110 jerkbait. This is the +1 model. This is one of those baits that I feel like just has this reputation of being like the best jerkbait out there. Everyone loves it. It is a phenomenal jerkbait. I think most of us out there probably have a bunch of these, retail for like 25 bucks a pop, so you pay a premium for it, but it is something, when people see it, there's just something special about getting a Vision 110 jerkbait. So this would definitely be a bait that you should consider getting for somebody in your area. Again, a little bit more high end. I talk about it a lot on the channel. The Reaction Innovations Vixen, a phenomenal walking topwater style bait. Again, it's kind of one of those baits that's got a cult following. Generally speaking, everyone out there loves to have them. Even if they don't throw them all the time, it's one of those baits people like to have in their tackle box to say that they've got a Vixen in the tackle box. So this is definitely another one to look at. The same kind of goes for your jackhammer, the old chatterbait. This is just kind of considered the #1 vibrating jig that's on the market. The jackhammer's got a lot of good features to it, catches a ton of fish. Pretty much everyone out there likes to throw them. Retail for, I think it's like 14, 15 bucks, something along those lines. A very, very good vibrating jig that I think pretty much anybody out there would be happy to get as a gift. So let's talk a little bit about a crankbait. So if we're talking about crankbaits, the Berkley Fritz side, absolute dynamite crankbait here. This is phenomenal pretty much around the country, whether you're fishing down in Florida or up here in Wisconsin. The Fritz side will be a bait that you can definitely use. Comes in a bunch of different sizes. Not just great in cold water. It is a great year-round crankbait. And I think at this point, pretty much everyone out there knows that the Fritz side is one that you should have in your tackle box. Okay, so swim baits. One of the best baits out there catching fish, whether it's crappie or muskie, whatever, there is a Kitech Swing Impact Fat out there for you for all your different sizes, from the little 2.8s all the way up to whatever it is, 7.8s or whatever the big ones are. But these swim baits, again, are considered like kind of the OG of swim baits. Most people out there would be very, very happy to get a pack of Kitech Fat Impact swim baits. So if we're talking about flipping baits, we've got here, this is the Berkley Power Bait Pit Boss. This has been a bestseller in terms of your creature/cross style baits on Tackle Warehouse for as long as I can remember. It is a bait that's got something special to it. It catches them all over the place. You can pretty much get it in any of the sizes, the 3-inch, 4-inch, 5-inch. They all work wonders. So the Berkley Power Bait Pit Boss is one that I definitely would recommend as well at getting as a stocking stuffer. So those are kind of like the OGs of those category. When you're talking about topwater, jerk baits, swim baits, Those are all killer baits that I think pretty much all anglers out there would get it and they'd be like, maybe it's not the one that they always throw, but they still would be happy to get it. And then there's a handful of baits out there that are really starting to set trends and I think are going to be extremely popular in 2024. And maybe not all anglers know about these, but they are great baits. So let's talk about this one right here. This is the Bass Tricks Flash Tricks. This is this is one of the most lifelike looking minnow imitators out there. You can fish it in a lot of different ways. Just an absolute dynamite fish killer. I've done several videos on that this year, catching them really good. Come in a bunch of different sizes. You can use them for crappie all the way up to bigger game fish. But the little Flash Tricks minnow is an absolute dynamite. One of the things that I love to fish it on, yep, the Core Tackle hover rig, but don't just limit it to the hover rig. We've got the new Ozark rig as well as our Tush, the ultimate swim bait hook. All three of these are new from Core Tackle this year. They are kind of a trendsetter and definitely something that most anglers right now I think would be very happy to get if it was in their stocking. One of the hottest crankbaits just came out, the Berkeley Dime. This is the size 6, absolute killer. I've done a couple of fall videos on this as well, crushing them on it. I love this crankbait. I think we're going to hear an absolute ton about it next year. So most anglers out there don't have this yet because it is pretty new to market. So it's one of those things, you can pick this up, you can give it to them as a gift, and at that point, it's probably going to surprise them because, again, if you're not a hardcore angler, you probably haven't heard about it yet. And then the last one, I've done a couple of videos on this. I think we're going to hear more about this kind of shot wacky fishing style next year. This is the Zappu 0-inch wacky rig hook. It's a weighted wacky rig hook, but it weights close to the worm, imparts more action. I think you're going to hear more about this. This is a finesse size at this point. But if you're looking for something kind of crazy to get them that they probably have not heard at all, and I would almost guarantee you they don't have it in their tackle box, this would be one to get. So those are a few things that I think you could get to go along potentially with like the old proven ones that maybe they do have a couple of in their tackle box already, but these last couple are ones that are going to be much more bigger trends in 2024. And I feel like the majority anglers out there would be very happy to get these. So if you are an angler, why don't you confirm that in the comment section? If you think that these are overall good selection of baits, please, throw it up in the comment section that you agree, or maybe you disagree, or maybe there's specific baits that you really like that you would really like to get. And then at the same time, share it with your family and friends so that if you want them to get you one of these, maybe this would be a good way to do it. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Stay tuned, new video coming out tomorrow.